Hey everybody, Michelle is here. Taking a little break before I get back to my day, but I just wanted to share because, like I said, you have to. Okay, I got all kind of stuff flying around in my house. I had my door open, and of course, certain insects think that they are just welcomed in my house, so I need to get them out. But anyway, you remember I said when I was a young girl, I used to have a lot of vivid dreams. Okay, lots, and they were so vivid that I just couldn't believe it. And that's probably why I was so terrified because I'm like, what in the world? And so what I understood from that is that you are given prophecies about what your life will entail. You know what you will face in your life, and there's certain events that you would face in your life. And so what they usually are is like, a lot of people have a lot of judgment and beliefs with prophecies and make a big deal out of it. It's just warning you about what can happen if you don't change and go certain paths in your life. And some can be, positive, some can be negative, but your job is to neutralize it all and accept it, whether it's positive or negative, dark or light. That's what I got out of it. It's like don't be so afraid of the negative, okay, and don't be so afraid of the dark. Just know that that all has to be incorporated in your life so that you can manage your life. Because like I said, it's all about your consciousness. It's not about anything else. So I got the dreams, I got the warnings, I got the signs, I got the intuition, I got this and that and the other. And so only problem is when I was a young girl, I just couldn't handle the information that I was getting. Because I'm telling you, it was vivid. Extremely vivid. And so as a young girl, trying to explain that to my parents, they probably said, "Okay, this child." I no telling what they were thinking. But they did comfort me, especially my dad. My dad would comfort me when I get up screaming in the middle of the night, and he would come in and comfort me, calm me down, and I go back to bed. And my mom did too. My mom was always very protective when I think about things too. Just trying to protect us and make sure we were, taken care of. But there was always chaos on top of that as well. And, I can remember chaos as well. But I do remember loving attention. And my mom gave us all of that as best she could because we were a big family. But yes, I had vivid dreams about things that are happening in my life right now. And then I'll have conversations with people about something like 20 years ago. I was talking to someone in a job, and she was telling me where she lived and this new city she's living in. And guess what? I'm living in that same city. So like I said, there's no such thing as coincidences. If you're having conversations with people or you're dreaming something, sometimes those are just signs of what is to be upon you at some point in your life. And that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway, but we got so mixed up and got all distorted and just total chaos. And then now we're on the verge of even more chaos, than more than people want to admit and more than what people can bear. Right? It's not pretty. All right, so but you still have to evolve. You still have to provide for yourself. You still have to pay your bills. You still need shelter, clothing. Excuse me. So you don't get away from life. You do not. And I know some of us hope that we could, but really you don't really want to hope such a thing because it's illogical. And you do have to face you do have to face yourself at some point. So yes, when I was younger, and the thing about dreams, like I said, they're just snapshots. I don't know if I said it, but that's what they are for me until I understand dreams. Like I said, there is some lessons on dreams, and I'll get to that at some point in my life. How about that? On top of everything else. But I mean, like I said, they were vivid, but they weren't exact, but they were vivid. If you understand what I mean. And I'm like, whoa, and that's when I knew the pay. That's why I'm so glad I advanced myself where I could handle what was being sensed to me my sensing and receiving, and not rely so much on my vision, my hearing, and my feelings. Rely on something sensing and receiving that's spiritual, right? So, and it does take some. You have to be courageous sometimes to deal with things because, like I said, I knew about my parents. I knew there was a certain sign that would happen, and that means that my parents were going to be passing away, or passing away. And so that's why I was able to handle it when it did come, when it did happen. And so a lot of people can't deal with that. And that's probably why what we do when we're young, we block stuff out. Because like I said, in the middle 90s, I started having all these vivid, even more so vivid. And I remember I said, okay, when I would lay down to sleep, I said, okay, no more of that. Because it was intense. And I said, okay, no more. And so I kind of shut it down. And then that's when I almost got myself killed in Atlanta for doing that. Not listening to my instincts, right? So there's always something to learn. And, it is courageous to take risk. And it is courageous to take it on. And admit you make mistakes. Admit you don't know everything. But you also know that everything is more than materialistic. The materialness of our existence. It's more energy. It's all about the energy. And like I said, I'm talking to the future. I'm talking to the future descendants in most cases, because there's a certain segment of adults that they're not coming out of their beliefs no matter what. Okay, they're not coming out of their self-righteousness no matter what, and that's fine. I'm good. Like I said, I'm talking to the descendants, my loves, my young people, and everyone else is young people. Those are the people those are the people I am attempting to reach. Okay, because even as a young child, you pick up stuff. And each time, because like I said, we do reincarnate. If you don't want to accept that, that's fine. Just know that these children that are coming into this world now, they are like 1,000,000 years old, because we all are at least 1,000,000. And so they are going to be advanced. And you're going to think, whoa, what do I have here? A little genius? No, all you have is an advanced human being. And they're going to be amazing you. And you're going to be thinking, oh my God, and don't make them feel like they're so special. And because if you do that, that means you're going to cause them to feel like they're different and that they need to be separated. No, you do not need to separate them. They need to be teaching other little children just like them. All right, so stop this separating and making people feel like they're so special. No, they're just advanced humans. You know what I'm saying? Advancing their consciousness. And we are, since we're so overpopulated, we keep reincarnating over and over and over and over, and not allowing them to be properly in the beyond, which means the becoming and the passing. Like I said, when you die, you go into the beyond. It's just an energy field where you're there until another personality is produced, and then you reincarnate again. Doesn't that sound fascinating? For science fiction? Does it sound science fiction to you? That's fine. Treat it as such. And then see what happens in your life. So anyway, I'm going to get back to what I'm doing and, clear out these little flying insects that's just, and I thought I welcomed them in my house. I didn't welcome them in my house. So they going to get out. How about that? And also have fun. Have fun with your content. Have fun with your creativity. And just kind of, keep it where you will stay balanced. Because you don't want to be too extreme, because we love to go extreme, honey. We love it. And that's what causes us to get all out of balance and just, so illogical, irrational. And then we start taking ourselves so seriously when people counter us, because, people ought to counter you no matter what's coming out of your mouth or what you're sharing. If they don't understand, they need to say that they don't understand. Okay. All right. So send peace and love to everyone all over the world, universe. Love yourself.